Hello everyone, how are you doing? I am doing pretty well. So in this video, I have skipped the filler episodes and I'm just resuming with the canon ones. This time I didn't watch the filler episodes myself, but I think that I will go back and do that later. I am quite keen to see what's going to happen next. I suspect we're going to meet some more Akatsuki. Perhaps they will ramp up whatever they're doing because they have lost 3 members and 4 if you want to count Orochimaru as well. So their numbers are getting smaller, so maybe they feel like they need to push harder for world domination. So let's get right into the episodes. We see a sick, weakened Orochimaru being cared for by Kabuto. Seems like the time to switch bodies has arrived. They reflect on the journey so far, finding Sasuke and luring him into their sticky web. It's a bit of a recap. Basically, the time for Orochimaru to take Sasuke's body has come. Snake Sensei is not doing well at all. We see a hint of a flashback suggesting he attempted to take Itachi's body. I'm guessing that didn't go well for him. I would not be surprised if he joined the Akatsuki in the first place to look for potential bodies. Kabuto monologues to himself about how much he loves and adores and worships Orochimaru because he's so bloodthirsty and powerful and just such a genius. We see Sasuke training and thinking of his brother's skills at the same time, no doubt comparing them. Orochimaru is coughing and laughing like a madman when a beam of chakra pierces through the door and hits him directly. He's never seen this change of chakra nature before. Who could this be? It's Sasuke, here because there is nothing more for Orochimaru to teach him. In a flashback, we see him defeat basically an entire army without delivering any fatal blows. Snake Sensei reprimands him, telling him he needs to be more heartless if he's ever going to defeat Itachi. But there's only one person he wants to kill, so killing anyone else is unnecessary. In the present, Sasuke is like, you see? I can be heartless too, and he attacks Orochimaru.
Orochimaru, I'm stronger than you now. So at this point, I don't see a reason to just hand over my body.
A bold statement from a nursling Uchiha.
Yes, a nursling was the only kind of Uchiha you could handle.
Oh, Orochimaru, you should have anticipated this possibility. Our Sasuke can be quite an arrogant young man. Or is it considered arrogance if you are who you think you are? Anyway, the point is, Sasuke does not worship Orochimaru like his other followers do. This blade of lightning chakra, it's going right through Orochimaru's hands and into the wall behind him. There are more flashbacks of Sasuke's journey to Orochimaru as he himself reflects on everything so far. Did Orochimaru really think he could bind Sasuke Uchiha to him?
I wanted it so badly I was willing to give up my body to get it. What you wanted was the Sharingan, right? Itachi was out of the question, so you came after me, the baby of the clan. You're not even in the same league as the Uchiha. In fact, next to the Uchiha, genius like yours looks pretty ordinary. As an Uchiha, all I see when I look at you is a miserable wretch.
Okay, so I'm being nitpicky here, but these are 2 different kinds of genius. Orochimaru is objectively a scientific genius. A crazy man who crosses boundaries, yes, but a genius. Just look at what he did to Yamato. Just look at what he's accomplished with the curse mark even. The Uchiha with their Sharingan are powerful and the Kage Genkai offers them insight and abilities outside of the normal realm, but it is not necessarily superior to Orochimaru's intelligence. It feels almost like brains versus bone. But aside from that, Sasuke wanted vengeance so badly he would do anything, but now he sees his own strength and Orochimaru's weakness. Why would a powerful Uchiha ever surrender to someone like him? To be fair to Orochimaru, he is not exactly in peak form. We see scenes of Orochimaru's numerous experiments, failing one after the other as people die again and again and again. Sasuke hates this. It reminds him of Itachi, who told Sasuke he killed the clan to test the limits of his ability. How many has Orochimaru killed to test the limits of his own? Our young Uchiha finds it all disgusting.
The giant white-scaled snake. Never would have recognized you. So that's your true form. In order to keep switching from body to body, you experimented endlessly. And this is what you've become.
It makes so much sense to me that Orochimaru is actually a giant snake composed of smaller snakes. I think deep down, I knew this all along. Sasuke taunts Orochimaru. You nurtured me, coveting my strength, not realizing that I have become stronger than you, and you are now my prey. And we see Sasuke in his full curse-mark demon form, dispatching Orochimaru's snakes. Because we've been dealing with the akatsuki lately, I wasn't expecting us to go to the whole Sasuke losing his body to Orochimaru storyline. But as far as the timeline goes, it makes sense that we're dealing with this right now, because it was 3 years before Orochimaru would have to switch bodies again, right? So it follows. Interesting that Sasuke has given up that idea that he has to merge bodies with Orochimaru in order to create a new being that is strong enough to defeat Itachi, because he sees his own strength and his own value, and in a way sees Orochimaru's weakness. And all of those experiments though, jeez, like the scale of people that Orochimaru has killed in pursuit of whatever, making the perfect body, I guess. Perhaps he wants to, instead of having to switch from person to person, maybe he's trying to make a perfect vessel for himself. And to know that inside he's actually that big snake now, I think that's what Sasuke was implying. What has he done to himself? What happened to him to make him this way? Because in Fourth Hokage's flashbacks, there was his student. He was hoping he was going to be his successor. He was part of the Sanin. He was Jiraiya's friend, Tsunade's friend. What happened to Orochimaru to make him so messed up? I think maybe we're going to find out now. It's feeling like they keep showing so many flashbacks, so maybe we're going to see that now. And now that there's no danger of Orochimaru taking Sasuke's body, I mean, don't know if I can say there's no danger, but if Sasuke is strong enough to take on Orochimaru, he's strong enough to take on Kabuto. So I'm assuming that he can get away from both of them. So then, if he's not in danger anymore, what's Naruto going to do? Sasuke doesn't need to be saved. Is he going to try and stop Sasuke from fighting Itachi? Is he going to try and help him fight Itachi? Is Sasuke going to want to fight Naruto to prove his skills or something? Or to show how strong and uncaring he is that he could kill his best bud? Interesting. Let's see. The fight continues with Sasuke cutting down Orochimaru's snakes. Has Kabuto not heard all of this noise? His master requires assistance. Oh my gosh, guys. Do I not want Orochimaru to die? What's wrong with me? Looks like my curiosity is soon to be satisfied as we go into a flashback of child Orochimaru and a young 4th Hokage. They're at the cemetery, laying down flowers at his parents' grave. Orochimaru finds the molted skin of a white snake, which the Hokage tells him is a symbol of good luck and renewal. Maybe this means his parents have been reborn, and he can meet them again one day. Then we see him older on a mission, watching as Tsunade's brother runs into a booby trap. In this flashback, he's a little kinder when he hands Tsunade back the necklace that belonged to her grandfather. Next, we see him rushing to provide backup to Tsunade, and he arrives just in time to see Dan die as Tsunade cries.
Why are humans such fragile creatures?
I think I'm beginning to understand. We see him with a young uncle in his lab.
But Orochimaru-sensei, no matter how hard you research, you can't really bring back the dead, can you?
Well, no. It's far too difficult to bring the dead back to life. But Hanko, my research has given me clues about regeneration. By activating the full potential locked in our bodies, we can become incredibly powerful.
The key is the body-activating jutsu known as the curse mark. He sees a young Itachi training, and at first he's worried that it's too difficult, too dangerous, but once he sees the boy's abilities, he is impressed, recognizing that no amount of training can give you the skills of a Sharingan user. He breaks into a vault of forbidden jutsu to uncover the secrets of the curse mark. It would take him at least a month to uncover its secrets. While there, he looks around at all these powerful forbidden jutsu. How long would it take to master all these? He could never manage it in the limits of his lifetime. And when he dies, what will happen to all the knowledge that he has acquired? Looks like he's got no other choice but to make himself immortal. And then we see the day the Hokage confronts him and he flees the village.
You foolishly put the needs of the village ahead of unlocking all of the mysteries of nature. Even if I did rise to the position of Hokage, once I died, everything I'd learned and mastered would be lost forever. I want the immortality jutsu.
And Jiraiya catches up to him in the forest, begging him to reconsider. But how can he stop now when he's so close to achieving his desired results? He cannot be constrained by the Leaf Village or even his own body. He will do anything to achieve his goals. And so he breaks poor Jiraiya's heart, right after breaking the Hokage's. And then we see Itachi arriving to join the Akatsuki, with Orochimaru already a member and therefore recognizing Itachi from the Leaf. Desiring the Sharingan, he attempts to steal Itachi's body, but man genjutsus him before he can even get very far, and this only intensifies his desire for the Sharingan. What a delicious, delicious power. And that is probably the arm that we saw on the table last time.
Orochimaru, try all the jutsu you wish, but my eyes can see through all of them.
I'm guessing he needs the Akatsuki after this, because the next we see him, he's got his hands on young Sasuke Uchiha. Now he can finally achieve his goals. All he needs is the Sharingan, and then he just knows that he can just figure out that last step. But then we come to the present, and we see Sasuke standing over a defeated Orochimaru. Okay, so that was kind of perfect timing. Just as I was talking about wanting to know Orochimaru's backstory, we go into Orochimaru's backstory. And that, it is kind of a classic one of, he started from a place of wanting to save his loved ones and his village. He grew up in war, and he saw people dying. His parents died. We don't see how, but his parents died, and he sees Tsunade losing her loved ones, and I imagine he sees people in the village dying all over, and he becomes convinced that he is the one who can stop this. He can find a way to make everyone powerful enough that they don't have to die so easily or stay dead, in fact. And so he falls deeper and deeper into this research that is becoming more and more twisted, and he justifies it to himself increasingly. We'll sacrifice a few people, it's for the greater good. I'll be able to save everyone, and then it becomes twisted, and the more bad things that he does, the more it corrupts him. And he's forced to become a villain in order to achieve these goals that he's kind of lost sight of, even. More focused on himself, even, of preserving his own life, unlocking his own power, and not so much everybody's. And I imagine that, like, all of these experiments that he's doing, there's no way you don't become, I don't know, desensitized, twisted, corrupted, like by messed up by all the things that he's doing, and he just lost himself a long time ago. And throughout this whole journey, he's also like obsessed with this Sharingan, and perhaps he's convinced himself that if he has this power, he'll be able to accomplish these goals that he's sacrificed everything for. He doesn't have his village or his loved ones, and he has sacrificed himself, his own body and soul, and for what? To be like a snake person? And so imagining that he thinks that the Sharingan is like the last piece of this puzzle, that if he has this, then he can do it. I can see why he was so obsessed with Sasuke. I would not say that I am sympathetic. I'm not sympathetic, but it is nice to understand how he got here in the first place. These ninjas do such crazy things in order to become more powerful, and so many of them end up corrupted in the process.
Sasuke claims disappointment at how easy it was to slay Orochimaru, but then he suddenly falls to his knees. The snake's bodily fluids are poison, so the more blood Sasuke spilled, the more he contaminated the air he breathes. And now it's time to take Sasuke. And so we see the universe inside of Orochimaru, and it is a gross and slimy place, unsurprisingly. Fleshy tendrils curl around Sasuke, and we see the former host bodies too. Master Uchiha seems quite calm, and Orochimaru is just so excited to finally have those Uchiha eyes. We cut to Kabuto, who has finished making medicines and walks back to the room. He notices the blood and peeks in to see that the ritual is in progress. But then Sasuke sees Kabuto and just walks out of the room. So, is it complete? Is Orochimaru inside of Sasuke now? Kabuto is shown the ritual, and we see that it failed, with Sasuke turning it against Orochimaru in man's own universe. Sasuke's will and those Uchiha eyes were just too strong.
No! I will not allow this to happen! I am the immortal Orochimaru! I am the one who will unlock the mysteries of nature! I am the one who will receive everything!
Oh my gosh, guys! Sasuke! He's so strong! I can't believe he just overpowered Orochimaru like that. He made monsters. Those were monsters that he made in Orochimaru's mind palace. And for him to grow up and for him to go out screaming like that, down to the last minute, he was in disbelief that this could even happen to him. After everything that he has done, he can't possibly die without unlocking the secrets of nature. Not so immortal after all, hey? Last time we saw Sasuke, he was kind of lame, hey? Now he's looking so cool. And then we see Anko, I assume searching for clues about Orochimaru, her former sensei. The sun turns blood red as it sets, giving everyone the heebie-jeebies. It's just bad vibes all round. And so, Sasuke has absorbed Orochimaru so that nothing remains of him. And that is the conclusion of the whole Orochimaru is going to take Sasuke's body storyline. Who would have guessed?
So Sasuke has become very, very strong. It's one thing to enter Naruto's internal world, but it's a whole other thing to be in Orochimaru's universe and to seize control from him and turn it against him to kill him? This is not the way that I would want Orochimaru to die, because of how much I like him as a villain. I would want it to be like a great battle or something. But I also know that Orochimaru is not dead. So that's unfortunate that I have that particular spoiler. But it is interesting to see how much Sasuke has changed just from the last time we saw him when Naruto first confronted him. It's like Sasuke has gained new faith in himself and his abilities. I wonder, he must have achieved something that he thought maybe wasn't even possible for himself to achieve. Or he reached some level of strength where he's like, you know what, I don't actually need Orochimaru. I'm good enough on my own. Which is good for him. And also, didn't need Naruto. Naruto is out here training to save Sasuke. Sasuke didn't need it. Sasuke was alright. But at least Naruto had the desire to save Sasuke is what came up with the Rasen Shuriken, and he perfected the wind style jutsu, did all that incredible training, learned so much about his chakra. So it's still good, but all of that for nothing, Shane. And poor Kabuto is devastated. His whole reality has been shaken to its core. This is a very interesting development because at this point I'm still unsure if Sasuke, he can't even really be thought of as a villain because he just wants to kill Itachi, and Itachi is part of a villain bad guy group, right? He's part of the Akatsuki. So Sasuke killing Itachi would not be bad for our heroes, right? And so he's killed Orochimaru and he's going, so nobody has any reason to pursue him. Like, Naruto has been training so hard to save him, but now he doesn't need to be saved, so just let him go about his way now. And if Naruto was trying to be as strong as Sasuke, I fear he is not there. Oh my god. But the Sharingan seems to come with the whole, it's not just eyesight. Could it be that Orochimaru severely underestimated what Sasuke would be capable of using the Sharingan, which seems to have some kind of mind stuff as well. I don't know if that is restricted to Mangekyo Sharingan or even normal Sharingan can do things like that, but I feel like it can, right? Like a genjutsu type of thing. Sasuke is cool. He is cool in his abilities and how strong he is. Even though there's still something about him that just annoys me, but I am rooting for him, I guess. You know? He feels like he was never truly on board with Orochimaru's experiments and all that crazy shit. He was just there to become stronger, which, fits in with his whole stuff, all of his stuff. And now that he's strong enough, he's like, you know what? I hated all of that stuff you've been doing this whole time. So now I am getting rid of you as well. I did not see this conclusion coming. I wonder what's going to happen to bring Orochimaru back. This episode begins with Sasuke going to release someone called Suigetsu from Orochimaru's labs. Suigetsu recognizes that this must mean that the Snake Master is dead. And what in the world was Orochimaru doing to him? How many people does he have locked up all over the Land of Fire, all over the world? Sasuke wants Suigetsu to join his mission, and he intends on retrieving 2 others. Seems like he's putting together his own team. Also, the name Suigetsu, it feels so strange in my mouth, so I apologize because I can already see myself mispronouncing it over and over.
You were the one who chose to rescue me. You made that decision on your own. I never said anything about following you if you came back for me. Just because you defeated Orochimaru doesn't make you better than me.
Suigetsu says by not killing Sasuke in this moment, he's repaid his debt of Sasuke releasing him in the first place, and now he can do what he wants because they're even. He reminds me of Kisame. They both look like they're supposed to be in water. Sasuke continues on his way and Suigetsu pops up in a puddle or a pond probably, asking about Zabuza's blade. He refers to the deceased ninja as his predecessor and asks what Team 7 did with the blade. If Sasuke helps him get it, he'll join his team. So are we going into some Sasuke focused episodes now? It certainly seems like that. It feels kind of odd. Sasuke's energy is so different from Naruto's.
The Great Naruto Bridge? Wow, what a weird name.
Guys, remember that from the Land of Waves arc? They really did name the bridge after Naruto. How sweet. Sasuke takes Suigetsu to Zabuza and Haku's burial spot where they had left the sword, but it's no longer there. Makes sense that somebody would take it. It seems like it could be quite valuable. The blade is important and significant, and Suigetsu was supposed to inherit it, but I'm guessing either Zabuza's death prevented that, or him being captured by Orochimaru prevented that. But either way, his priority is finding the blade, so if Sasuke wants him on board, they have to sort that out first. And Sasuke won't even say what he's forming the team for, just that it's big. Bigger than the whole world, apparently. But assuming that his mission is to kill Itachi, it's bigger than the world for him specifically, not for like random other people. Why would they really care about killing Itachi? Suigetsu uses Sasuke's good looks to get information on the sword's whereabouts. I'd forgotten that he drives the ladies mad, and now he's showing so much cleavage, it's gonna be even worse. A man named Tenzin, who is both a politician and a criminal, has the blade. He wanted to kill Zabuza, but was too late.
The day after tomorrow, over 10,000 soldiers will lay siege to this castle. Make sure you gather every available man.
I'm not entirely sure what Sasuke's agenda is, but we shall see how it all shakes out. He and Suigetsu make a wager on who will find the blade first, but neither is allowed to kill anyone. And it is good to see that Sasuke is still trying to be honorable. Sasuke fireball jutsus the entrance, disappearing as men charge out to fight. Suigetsu fights on his own while Sasuke watches. There's like an interesting effect of showing him take out opponents, I assume to show that he's a very water element person. I'm not sure if that's to do with his technique or his like aura. But either way, he gets to the top of the stairs and confronts Tenzin, who is shocked that he could even get this far. But then someone bursts through the wall wielding the executioner blade and...
Hey, thanks. My executioner's blade. I was looking for that.
And then Suigetsu just smushes his body back together. It's like he's made of water. The man tries to cut him down, but it seems to be impossible. He's impressed that this random guy can wield the sword without special training, asking if he killed Zabuza. Not me, he answers, Lord Tenzin. Now Lord Tenzin, looking very nervous, says not me either, it was that guy, pointing at Sasuke, who he recognizes from sneaking into his room. Suigetsu recognizes that this is a lie, and I'm wondering if people know that it was Kakashi. I mean, Kakashi didn't land the final blow, but it was Kakashi, and Sasuke would know that. Suigetsu drinks some water Sasuke gives him, and I suspect he needs that to do his body water jutsu stuff. He takes the giant blade, holding it quite effortlessly, while he did like pump or inflate his arm up first, and then toss the big guy through a hole in the wall. He doesn't want these weaklings going around claiming to have killed Zabuza, his senior. And you know, Suigetsu has a very, very interesting body. I see why Orochimaru was keeping him. Sasuke convinces him not to kill Lord Tenzin, but he does destroy the building's foundations. And as they walk away, Tenzin says, Sasuke? Not the Sasuke who killed Orochimaru? So I guess word has gotten out. Suigetsu sees that all of this was a test from Sasuke, who wanted to see what he was capable of. That's why he gave a pre-warning to Lord Tenzin, so that Lord Tenzin would gather all his guys around and give Suigetsu quite a challenge. We end with this scene.
The sensei.
sensation of chakra. It can't be.
I'm guessing she is sensing Sasuke. I am guessing that she too is going to succumb to Sasuke's charms and be very, very into him. Sasuke explains that he needs a team to accomplish his goals, and from the time he joined Orochimaru, he's been scouting for the strongest shinobi. He wants to recruit Karin, who was one of Orochimaru's followers, unlike Suigetsu, who was a prisoner. At least I assume he was a prisoner. And she is the warden for one of his prison experiment complexes and even experimented on Suigetsu herself. Sasuke wants her because she has some special ability he's never seen in anyone else, and I am curious to see what that is. They break into the complex, which is still full of people. Gosh, Orochimaru was terrible. I think I underestimated the scale of his operation. It's kind of impressive how much he managed to do. Seeing Sasuke without Orochimaru gives the prisoners hope that he is there to free them, and I wonder if he will actually break them free. Karin focuses on Sasuke, ignoring Suigetsu, and she also correctly assumes that Orochimaru is dead.
Karin, come with me. I need you on my team.
Goodness gracious me, he could sound a little more persuasive than that. She's resistant to his offer. Even without Orochimaru, she's still in charge of all of these prisoners. Sasuke says she has razor-sharp intelligence and is excellent at controlling information. And if he says that, it must be true because Sasuke doesn't flatter nobody. Basically, she has a spy in the prison and kills anyone who mentions that Orochimaru might be dead. And Sasuke confirms that yes, he did kill Orochimaru, so ditch this place and come with me. He also gives Suigetsu an order to release the prisoners. Karin says no, she's staying here. So Sasuke says, okay, I'll find somebody else.
You're all free to go, of course.
Seriously? We're free?
Sasuke Uchiha defeated Orochimaru and freed us all. Once you're out, make sure everyone knows that. Spread the word that a man is now among us who will bring stability and peace.
That's very interesting. I wonder if Sasuke is going to position himself as a savior. I would not have guessed that. He doesn't feel the most patriotic. Karin changes her mind about joining him, and it's pretty clear that she's into him. At one point, I'm pretty sure she was speaking to his cleavage and not his face. Oh, Sasuke, he doesn't even realize that his pretty face is just another weapon in his arsenal.
I mean, we don't really need that Suigetsu, right?
This is the part of you I need, your cunning and cautiousness. But more than that, your power to sense chakra is unrivaled and invaluable.
That is a very useful ability, one I see Orochimaru finding value in as well. Sasuke is so straightforward, and I wonder if he realizes how complimentary he's being. In a flashback, we see the first time they met, where she was able to sense the precise locations of escaped test subjects. And we see the moment that she falls for him.
What? This guy. His chakra. He is so cool.
Oh my, seems like Sakura has a rival. Now that she's decided to join them, the trio leave, with Karin fawning over Sasuke a little. His beautiful face and delicious chakra are just too intoxicating to resist. The episode ends on an imprisoned man who can't seem to decide if he'd rather see a man or a woman. What does he want to do with them? Probably something bad. Karin explains that the northern hideout is used to contain all the uncontrollable monsters that Orochimaru's experiments produced. And this is where we're going to find our next team member, Jugo.
A man? No. No, a woman. My next victim will be a man.
Just as I thought, he wants to do something bad. This guy seems quite mentally tortured. We briefly check in with the Leaf Ninja. Sakura collects Naruto for a meeting with Tsunade. We then see a flashback of Jugo with Kimimaro able to calm Jugo down as he is raging out.
If you are not here, I can never leave this place. Never.
So I'm thinking he has a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on.
Jugo has bizarre impulses but manages to control them. When he snaps, he becomes a homicidal maniac, and his personality changes along with his looks.
Looks like I was right. We learned that he actually asked Orochimaru to lock him up, and that Orochimaru was able to synthesize an enzyme from Jugo that allowed ninjas to power up in that way that he does, making him the origin of the curse mark, or at least the origin of Orochimaru's brand of the curse mark. Sakura and Naruto arrive in Tsunade's office, and he and Jiraiya immediately start chatting, and the banter is so good that next thing you know, they're heading off for ramen without addressing the reason why they're there in the first place. Lady Hokage doesn't even have a chance to say a single word. When Team Sasuke arrive at the hideout, they find a guard all beaten up. Apparently, when the prisoners heard that Orochimaru was dead, they rebelled, which makes sense. A prisoner jumps down from the building, and he kind of reminds me of Blanca from Street Fighter. Sasuke immediately slashes him and asks Karin to determine if Jugo is among the assembled prisoners. Unfortunately, he isn't, because that would be too easy. Without killing anyone, they take out the prisoners and make their way inside. Karin gives Suigetsu incorrect directions so she can get Sasuke on her own, using her smarts for nefarious reasons.
I didn't realize that the curse mark could transform one's body to such a grotesque degree. Sasuke, I wonder, does that curse mark change you like that too?
Yes, Suigetsu. His change is actually quite extreme, and he gets weird hand bat wings. Sasuke and Karin arrive at Jugo's cell and open it, and the man immediately attacks. He's just been dying for someone to kill. What a transition, hey? I found it quite jarring. Tsunade tells Naruto and Sakura that Sasuke killed Orochimaru, and they are stunned.
Then that means...
I just knew there was no way Orochimaru could ever break Sasuke!
Oh really, Naruto? Is that why you were so worried? And why does Sakura have tears in her eyes? Is that relief because Sasuke is alright?
That must mean Sasuke's coming back to the Hidden Leaf Village, right? Right?
Now, Naruto, why in the world would you think that? Where did he get these rose-colored glasses for Sasuke from? The endurance is incredible. Jiraiya tells him no, doesn't seem like it. But why would Sasuke come back? He left to become stronger so that he can kill Itachi. He has not accomplished that goal. Back at the prison, Sasuke blocks Jugo's blow with his Batwing, doing a partial transformation. And Sasuke says, "Chill out, dude, I just want to have a conversation." I'm finding it quite interesting to see this kind of tracing of Orochimaru's experiments and how he made the curse mark, because I have been saying from the beginning, what even is the curse mark? How does it work? How is he able to give these people these powers? And now we've been seeing with the Forbidden Jutsu, and then seeing Jugo, and seeing how Jugo transforms, and seeing that this is where Orochimaru got that from, and seeing this whole prison of failed experiments to see that even though he got the curse mark perfect on like a couple of ninjas, it has failed many times. And so Jugo tells Sasuke that without Kimimaro, he can never leave this place. And we go into a flashback of him terrorizing a village, murdering people before burning it. I'm not sure if it's an entire village or more like a compound. And when he comes back to himself, he looks horrified by his actions. Next we see him looking like a normal guy, bonding with birds and playing with a puppy, and seeming like a very nice and peaceful man. Kimimaro is walking up the same road, and a man warns him to turn back if he values his life. A demon lives up there. Before going into his cave, Jugo warns a puppy not to follow him, scaring it off when it doesn't listen. Kimimaro has purposely sought him out because he knows Orochimaru would be interested in someone like him. In the present, Sasuke stresses that he does not want to fight. He wants to take Jugo out of here, but the man rages and attacks.
And Karin kinda gets a boner watching Master Uchiha fight. She explains to Suigetsu that Jugo came here willingly, likely to seek help with his rage and bloodlust issues and these Jekyll and Mr. Hyde transformations that he goes through, which she describes as being almost like an addiction to him, even though he hates what he does. The feeling, I guess, is intoxicating and thrilling. Kimimaro used his bones to restrain Jugo and invited him to join Orochimaru's gang. It's full of people just like the two of them. Poor Kimimaro was a true believer. And now reflecting back on Kimimaro, I remember being maybe a little bit confused of what about Orochimaru inspired such dedication. But now that we've seen Orochimaru's journey, I can imagine him talking with a lot of inspiration about making human bodies stronger, about curing sickness, maybe even curing disabilities and bringing people back from the dead. Like, you could really spin quite a strong sermon around this pursuit of strength and unlocking the secrets of nature, as he puts it. Kimimaro assures Jugo that if he rages out, he will be his cage. And that's why Jugo now feels like he can't leave. He hates what happens to him and fears others getting caught up in it.
As long as I'm by your side, then your soul will remain free.
Oh man, because Kimimaru's story wasn't sad enough. We see that Jugo was afraid for his friend to take on the curse mark in case it rejected him and he died. But for Kimimaru, the curse mark provided the opportunity to delay his disease, which was eating away at his body.
Kimimaru, why? Why did you die and leave me all alone?
Oh gosh guys, Jugo as a character is really pulling at my heartstrings. He looks so sad. Suigetsu interrupts to fight Jugo himself, and Karin is quite excited by this as well, but Sasuke just wants to stop them both, and so he uses his snakes to do so. And I remember wondering if Sasuke would end up using snakes as much as Orochimaru, and we saw Anko using as well, and yes, he does. I wonder if he has as many snakes as Orochimaru. After he uses his snakes, Jugo calms down and runs back to his cell screaming. So maybe calms down was not the right word, he just de-escalates. Sasuke issues another invitation, but Jugo doesn't want to kill anyone, just lock the door and leave him alone. I'll be your cage, Sasuke says. I'll make sure you don't hurt anyone. Nope, Jugo responds, only Kimimaru could do it. Sasuke tells Jugo that Kimimaru died for him, and so it clicks that this is Sasuke Uchiha.
No, you can't go on a mission. You're too sick for that, aren't you?
It's Sasuke Uchiha. He's the one who's going to take my place as Lord Orochimaru's vessel. In a way, Sasuke is like my reincarnation.
And with that, Jugo is reassured enough to leave. It's a good thing that Kimimaru specifically said that Sasuke was his reincarnation. That worked out very well for Sasuke.
My ultimate goal is to kill Itachi Uchiha of the Akatsuki.
So, no surprises there. I wondered for a second if it was going to be something else because I couldn't understand why he was hesitant to tell Suigetsu what he was going to do. He demands Karin tells him now if she's with them or not. And Suigetsu teases the only mission she has is being close to Sasuke. She punches him and his hair becomes water. And speaking of his hair, it is always changing. Sometimes there's like blue in it, but the blue is not always in the same place, and I thought that it was shadows, but I don't think it's shadows. I think his hair changes. So he's a very fluid person, this water boy. And Suigetsu is interested in collecting all of the mist blades, including Kisame's, which is good for Team Sasuke because Itachi and Kisame are teammates. I wonder if they know that. Like, does Sasuke know that Kisame is his teammate? Jugo just wants to suss out Sasuke's vibes, and with that, Team Sasuke is formed. Meanwhile, Naruto is so confused why Sasuke hasn't come back. Because of vengeance, Naruto.
We believe that he intends to approach the Akatsuki in order to kill his older brother Itachi.
That whole thing again? Sasuke! Damn it!
That's the only thing, Naruto. Sasuke's whole deal is that that is the only thing. And now that I'm thinking on it, I think Sakura cried when she found out that Sasuke killed Orochimaru because Sasuke had not returned. So she realized that he had not chosen them. He had not chosen to return. And that broke her heart a little. Sasuke tells his team that they will be known as the Heavy from this point forward, and their goal is to track Itachi. And Naruto's goal is to track Itachi as well, because he knows that's where Sasuke is going. So it's all lining up quite nicely. Okay, so now I am wondering if that stuff that Sasuke said to Naruto back when they first had that reunion in that underground hideout about willingly sacrificing himself to Orochimaru to become stronger, I'm wondering if he said all of that to manipulate Orochimaru and give him a sense of safety, I guess, or to believe that that Sasuke was on board with all of it, when this whole time Sasuke has been like, as soon as I'm strong enough, I am going to kill Orochimaru and form my own team and leave. And if that is the case, that is very clever. Because this Sasuke that we're seeing now is so different from that Sasuke. So I wonder if it was all pretend to manipulate Orochimaru into letting his guard down. Sasuke is so monotone and so stiff in comparison to Naruto. They really are opposites of each other in many ways. And Naruto frustrates me with his, so Sasuke's gonna come back, right? Of course Sasuke's not coming back. Sasuke left the village, yes, to join Orochimaru, but he left to get stronger so he can kill Itachi. And he's not done with his goal until he has gotten stronger and killed Itachi. Don't know why he would think that Sasuke would come back if Orochimaru is dead. And he was not Orochimaru's prisoner. I mean, he kind of was, but he left to go join Orochimaru by himself, knowing what was going down. Such a change of pace though to follow Sasuke over Naruto. The vibe is so different. It's it's a little bit strange. I felt like I had an adjustment of the kind of lower energy, but not maybe a different frequency of energy, right? When you're with Sasuke as opposed to when you're with Naruto. But it is nice to see that Sasuke is not killing people unnecessarily, and that perhaps he still has some will of fire left inside of him. I wonder if he would ever return to the Leaf Village. If he goes now and he kills Itachi, is he gonna go back home? Does he even want a home? Does he even think that far ahead? Does he even think about what comes after killing Itachi? Probably not, hey? But yeah, I wonder what heavy means. I'll probably look that up, perhaps. That's gonna be it for me in this video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. All of those good things. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Kayla. Bye.